Come on, you fucking cheese. Shit.
That was that.
My air fryer.
Your hair dryer?
Air fryer? Yeah, I make fucking chicken patties on my air fryer. I'm air blower. You know what I meant, bitch. All right. All right, calm down. It looks like we had more than 6 people at the wedding. Somebody has to step out. No. You can leave the present. Yeah, leave the present over there. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's maintain 6 feet apart, people. This Rona is not stopping me from wifing this money. I mean, woman. All right. But all right, hoes. Now that that's over with, let us direct our attention to the entertainment for the night. Nothing special, but they were the cheapest option. Host of the infamous, not famous, not good enough podcast, David and Andy, who apparently did this for a bucket of chicken and a black light.
I'm Andy.
And I'm David. And that's our intro, guys. And like it or not, we're here now at this moment. So,
yeah, this is episode 6, stained glass and buckets of chicken.
Yeah, names are gonna get weird from here on out. So just make sure to fucking get used to it. But go ahead.
Oh, I was just let's take a big bite of this, man.
All right, so this episode is we're gonna be talking about weddings and stuff like that, and such of the sorts. Because Andy just had a wedding, and
I did.
Yeah, and then eventually I'm gonna have mine, and then just questions that people have. Me as a person who's gonna have a wedding eventually, I have certain questions and certain expectations or something, whatever that I'm looking for.
Sure.
And Andy has all those answers, and he's gonna answer them all, and he better answer correctly.
Well, what's crazy is that how do you know that my answers are correct if you don't know about this stuff yet?
All right, first question. All right, no. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to all the viewers everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From the back. Yeah, you guys. Yeah,
we're not talking to ourselves.
The reason we record Skype calls is because of you guys. Thank you. We actually got a comment on YouTube saying he likes the video. Holla at you. Thank you, G. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And just everybody. Now we have analytics on Anchor. I don't know if you saw that, Andy.
Oh, we do? Yeah.
And now see that. Yeah, we have the age analytics. So now we could see the age of people. 44% of our viewers are 18 to 22. I feel like some of those are mine. Not gonna lie. There's 8% is 23 to 27. Holla at you. 28 to 34 is 44%, and then 35 to 44 is 4%, which is all of Andy's friends. So thank you. Yeah, you're an old fuck. So
I'm 32.
Dude, yeah, but you act like a fucking old ass man. I've never seen you run. I've never seen you jog.
I don't need to run. Where am I going? We're all going to the same place. What's the rush?
Jesus.
So speaking of which, so you got some questions about some wedding topics. I understand it. You don't want to be doing this by yourself for the rest of your life. I take it. So you want to, partner up, get a co-op with this game you call life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my left hand, it got tired, dude. It got so fucking tired of everything. It needs help, and it needs to be. Somebody else needs to be committed to the job.
I guess you can't handle this game single-handedly, David.
Wow. Did you just have that lined up? I'm sure Andy had that lined up somehow.
Yep. All right, man. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and fire off, or if you want, I don't know. How do you want to go about this?
I don't know. I didn't actually write any questions at all, so this is all gonna
Perfect.
be improvised. So yeah,
Okay, that's the
best type, absolutely.
best type of conversation, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess first option,
Hmm.
first question is like, how much does a wedding really cost? And like, you had like a medium sized wedding, I would call it, where it wasn't too big, it wasn't too small. There was a decent amount of people there. How much does everything cost? Like budget wise, I don't have a lot of money, as you know. If I were to have the size of wedding that you had, I'd probably be shit out of luck.
You probably would not be able to do it
Yeah, 100%.
because we are 10 years older than what you and your girlfriend would be. So we're in a different, time. We're in a different timeline, basically. But that's, not really saying anything because everything's different. There is no, and it's important to know this, there is no right or wrong wedding. What a lot of people don't understand is traditions aren't really like traditions anymore. You don't have to do anything. You were asking how much weddings cost. Well,
Yeah,
they
like budget wise,
cost
like
they could cost you $100, or they could
nice.
cost you $100,000. It depends on what the two people that are getting married want to do, and then that's also another very important point to make. It's not about your family. It is about
Oh,
the two
fuck them people.
people. No, seriously, it's
Yeah,
about
I
the
can.
two people getting married. The first thing that they want to do is, once they decide that they're actually going to get married and they're like, yes, let's go about and do this. Um, they need to figure out what is important to them. Is it important to have a big ceremony? Are they very religious and they need to do it in a chapel or something like that? Or are they not very religious and they don't care about the ceremony, but they want a really big party? They want a really big reception. Once they figure out what they want to do, then they can kind of, between the two of them, they can figure out from there how to piece the two together if they are kind of different. Like what I had was I really wanted a reception. I could care less about the ceremony. Shit, we could just do it at the courthouse. Get it
Yeah.
over with. We'll get it done in 20 minutes. Like it's gonna cost us like $90. Okay, let's just get it done, and then we can take the time and plan for a big party. We'll have everybody come out when we can, and we'll do it that way. But she really wanted to have a ceremony. It was important for her to walk down the aisle, so that's what we ended up doing. And we're not religious ourselves, um, but like traditionally religious. But we went to a non-denominational church on the UF campus, and we rented that out, and that's where we had our ceremony. And it was short and sweet. It was very, very. It was a very nice wedding, and the place was very beautiful. The weather was great. I mean, David, you were there. What do you
Yeah,
think? And just be honest.
I mean, it wasn't like a big ceremony, which is exactly how I want. I don't want a big ceremony. If it was up to me, I'd just go to the courthouse, be like, all right, look, I'll sign this paper, but I'll sign it with my favorite pen, so you know I'm being serious about this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And and like that basically be it. Because the thing is, it's not only the wedding they have to think about. It's about like the fucking the what's that shit afterwards? You know what I'm talking about? The honeymoon. Yeah, the honeymoon. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
About the
Well,
honeymoon too. Like you got to set a money aside for that, or you could postpone it. But at the same time, like me, what I find more important is like it's just I don't even care about the reception or anything like that. I rather just have like I'd rather just have like a group chat and be like, all right, guys, here's like a picture of me kissing her after we signed the paper. If it was up to me, we'd do
Sure.
that. I know my girlfriend wouldn't want that. She doesn't really want a big wedding either. So, I fucking lucked out there. She's like me in the regard of like she wants to like have like save a lot of money for the honeymoon. So, it's not like a 2-day honeymoon to like Disney World or some shit.
Sure. Well, see, there you go. See, you're already kind of planning about it. You two, it sounds like it's not going to be like a really big ceremony. It's not going to be a really big reception. You guys are just gonna. It's probably going to be very close family that's going to be involved. You guys will probably go to a nice dinner, maybe rent out part of a restaurant or something like that, like I did, and then there you go. And then you would have your trip planned. You can do it immediately after. That's kind of typical. What people have done usually, which I always thought was weird, like the bride and groom would leave the reception and go on their trip. Like, what the fuck? You just had people travel across the world basically to be there for you two, and then you just dip out.
Yeah, fuck it. Deuces, all right. Y'all got the check, right?
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I'm going to be comparing my wedding with our conversation because it's what I have firsthand. But it's not about me. I'm just going to use it as a comparison.
Yeah, dude, that's like the only reason I'm talking to you about this.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, because I actually have firsthand experience. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
other than that, you just talk to me about fucking debt the whole time.
I'm sorry, did you say student debt?
Yeah.
Anyway, weddings, yes, fun and excitement. So once you two have figured out where you actually want to go, you then need to figure out what's a good time frame. So typically, I would recommend at least a year. Give yourself a year. It's a year time as an engagement. I have there was a little timeline that I found online that helped us out tremendously because we're like, oh shit, what do we got to think about? Like, we never done this before. I never got engaged with somebody. Like, I never thought I would ever get married. I never thought I'd be in a relationship. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? So we found this timeline, and I'm gonna link it into the show notes. But the timeline was basically saying, important things to think about and to figure out during the 12 months. So between month 1 and 2, you need to be thinking about this. 3, think about this. 4, think about this. So before we were looking at the timeline, we were thinking about things that was like on month 8. We were way out of whack. It's like, holy shit, we need to think about other stuff. And it's not like it was traumatic. Like there's so much to think about. It's not. It doesn't have to be. That's the thing. You can do as much or as little as you want, like I already said. Like, you don't have to have everything. There is a podcast that we were listening to, and it's called Bridechilla.
Wow.
So
Bridechilla.
Yeah, they're in Australia, right? So
Nice.
This person is really cool, and it's like nothing but wedding stuff, right? And they called it. There's this thing that they call a fuck it bucket, right?
Oh,
So
nice.
basically, what it is, like, you know what? There's like all this stuff, like like I didn't have any dancing at our wedding, right? Because what we ended up doing.
You can't dance, bro. I've seen you try, dude. That shit was, bro. Actually, let me cut this real quick, just to tell you guys a little story.
That
One time,
up. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, you will remember this, buddy. When we worked together, me and Andy, one day we were waiting for truck to come one day, and the store was closed. We were waiting for truck. It still hasn't come. We were walking around the store, and we were bored. Whatever, we were talking, and then Andy pulled out his phone. He got on YouTube, and then he typed in how to do the floss dance. And we and we watched the tutorial and we learned how to floss in like 20 minutes. And this man, he could not get the rhythm of that shit.
What are you talking
Would
about?
save his life.
I mean, I couldn't get it. Whatever.
Dude, you were like a fucking tire trying to fucking step dance.
Well, maybe I was tired.
Alright, continue with your story.
Anyway, so there's this thing called a fuck a bucket. So basically, if you come up with something or you hear about, stuff like, oh, well, there needs to be dancing at your wedding. But if there's like no space for it, your reception, like we were at a restaurant, like we really didn't have any space for dancing, and we really didn't care about dancing. We wanted to enjoy the company of everybody that was there, and we wanted to eat, we wanted to relax and, do absolutely nothing. So we decided to throw dancing in the fuck it bucket. But we had an after party, which we went downtown and we bar hopped. And if people want to dance, you can dance. Go right ahead. So that was like problem solving, compromising. And that's an important term to remember, during this whole entire process of, marriage or getting married. It's all about compromising. One person wants to do one thing, another person wants to do another thing. But you got to figure out the pros and cons between each of the specifics, of whatever you're talking about, and compromise. One does one thing, the other one does the other thing, but you got to give and take, because that is what being married is all about.
Yes. You start right from the beginning.
You got to start right from the beginning. And this can also be a fun experience. It can be, it doesn't have to be
super stressful. Yeah.
Super stressful. You're making it stressful. It doesn't have to be stressful. There's nothing about marriage that should be stressful. Getting married. There's nothing about getting married that should be.
You should be happy.
It should be an exciting time. And if you're not happy, then there's a problem. And it's not about the wedding. This should be an exciting time. So
and then I feel like there's like that everybody sees like the movies and shit, and there's like the expectation that people see, and then they feel like the wedding was bad because it didn't have that one thing. So like I'm not sure if your wedding specifically people were thinking about it, but like I feel like some people, they have that certain expectation. I expect the bride and groom to do the first dance, and then they go to a wedding, the bride and groom don't do it, and they're like, yo, the fuck did they do the dance? It's like the one thing. They didn't even do the one thing that I wanted. So then, like, they don't think you have a great wedding. But, like, a wedding doesn't necessarily have to be, like, one specific thing. It doesn't have to follow this one guideline. It could be whatever the fuck you want. A wedding could be going to the courthouse, or a wedding could be fucking renting out the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which would take a lot of fucking money. And then it's just fucking do whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't have to be one way specifically.
Sure.
There's so many ways you could do it. And, like, you don't worry about other people, because the wedding's not for other people. It shouldn't necessarily be for other people. It's for everybody to celebrate together. But it's about you and your wife or your significant other getting together and tying them. So like, don't think I'm not like I'm pretty sure Andy wasn't thinking about his brother-in-law. Like, damn, fuck does she want? Like, what does she want to do with his wedding and shit? And like also you have to plan that, like you saying you were on like month 8 of the guideline and shit. Like you have to plan ahead a little bit too. And not even just wedding wise. I'm talking like you have to decide what you want. Would you prefer a smaller wedding and have a a really nice honeymoon and all that stuff? You have to calculate that all together with budget. So it could all be together.
Right. So that's another part of it. So once you figure out like what you're trying to do, what's important, there's a lot of factors involved. Like, for example, how much of a budget do you have? How much are you guys willing to spend on this? How much can you save? Because ideally, you should just pay it in cash, because don't go into debt for this.
Especially over a wedding. Yeah.
Yeah. For one day, there's no reason why you should drop $50,000 just for a wedding. Okay, you shouldn't spend $5,000 on a ring, in my opinion. Like, it's not about that, you know. um, but once you figure out what you guys want to do, then you figure out your budget. Now, if there's like a certain thing that you want to do, it's like, okay, I want to do $5,000 all said and done. That's talking like all the different categories involved, like the apparel. So, like buying a wedding dress, renting a tux if you're going to do a tux, or suits, like I did. Flowers, if you're going to do flowers, photography if you're going to have photography, anything for the ceremony. If you want to
Yeah.
do, if you're going to do a honeymoon, you want to consider this part of, the budgeting for this. Anything miscellaneous. If you want to have an engagement party, see, now that's kind of a newer thing, is an engagement party. There was like a bachelor party and a bachelorette party. Nowadays, people don't want to do it separate because that's twice the expense, so to speak. So people have done engagement parties, which is what we did. We had it at a friend's house, and we had all of our friends come by, and even
Oh,
some
that's
of
what
our
that
family
was.
members. That was an engagement party, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I thought we were just meeting up.
Because we were having an engagement party.
Look, I don't remember the details. All right, I just know it was in a really nice house, and then I walked
Yep.
out the door, and a fucking snake dropped behind me. Also, Andy got drunk as fuck. Like Andy,
Yeah.
you were fucked up.
Yeah, I don't really.
You were like hugging me, like I love you, buddy. I'm like, yo, get the fuck off of me.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not a.
Not a
Not
proud
super,
moment.
super proud about that, but I blame it on Adam because he's the one that brought the rum.
Hey, I brought the Henny.
Yep,
Wait,
and I think we got into that too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so an engagement party, anything stationary, so invitations, printing, anything like that. Any type of gifts and favors. If you want to do, even we included our rings and part of the budgeting for this, and anything for your reception. So these are like general categories that you need to think about and kind of plan for. There's lots of budget sheets out there. I have used one because I'm like, I don't know what to think about. I just want to fill something out. So that's what I did. I found one online, and it was pretty detailed. You don't have to fill everything out. You don't have to buy every single thing on the list. It's a guide. It's supposed to guide you through it.
Yeah, because like
You know what I mean?
it's not something your mom teaches you, really. Like, yeah, this is how you plan a wedding. All right, boom. Like,
Right.
school, like if school had a fucking class about that, that'd be interesting. School had a class about planning a wedding.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting. Yeah, they could do that right after the how to do our
Yeah, right. Or how to balance,
a
well,
checkbook.
back in the day, it was how to balance a checkbook. Now it should be like how to actually write a check and, read a check. But anyway,
How to read cursive? Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. I can't do it. I can't read fucking cursive.
That's great. Yeah, a lot of
Well,
teachers can't read cursive, so they're yelling at kids, stop writing cursive. I can't read what you're writing.
Yeah, I mean, my boss still writes in cursive, and I'm like, what the fuck did you write? I'm gonna kill somebody if I get these directions wrong.
They're pharmacists, right? They just can't write because it's part of being a doctor.
No, they're not that type of doctor, so it's different. They don't have that stigma. Yo, let me tell you though, some of these doctors, what the fuck, bro? This dude, he wrote so bad, he didn't even realize that he didn't write a drug name. So he just wrote a prescription with the directions, no drug.
Jesus.
It was awful. It looked like fucking hieroglyphics. It was pretty bad. All right, but I digress. Look, you got me saying white people shit now too. But look, how much money did you spend on your wedding, Andy? Like, all included.
So we were about $6,700.
Damn.
Now,
I'm gonna cut that down by like 130%.
now, David, that's including everything. That's everything from the very beginning of the engagement party all the way through the honeymoon. That's everything that we spent on this.
Wait, how much money did you spend on the engagement party? It wasn't.
The engagement party, that was $476.
Boy, for what? God damn, boy, you spending money on a party like that? What the
Well,
fuck? You just Skype everybody and tell them, yo, by the way,
well,
here's
you know, David, 316 of it was food.
oh damn.
So it was mostly food, and then another $100 in liquor and drinks, and then a little bit of a couple other random things, but it adds up. That's why people need to, definitely get like some type of sheet out there. You can use Google Docs, you can use Excel, you can just use a pencil and paper, whatever the fuck. Just write it out, because you'll be able to cross it out if it's like, this is dumb. I'm not gonna have, I don't know. I'm not gonna have linens, at the reception. Like, I don't need that. We'll just double down on napkins or paper towels. Something like that. Fuck balloons. Don't need that. Oh, and no kids. We don't need that.
I don't remember seeing one single kid at that. Was it actually no kids? Was that a thing?
We didn't want any kids.
Oh, dude, amazing.
I mean, no, I take that. I take that back. We did have kids there.
Really, I don't remember any kids.
They were like over 10 years old, so they weren't like a child. Well, I don't know. That is a child, but I mean, they weren't like an infant.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even remember that. Whatever. I didn't look like a fucking child for once. I actually looked like I was grown because I had my Timbs on. So I looked like a normal man size.
I know, man.
Instead of a mid.
You clean up very well. You should try it more often.
Damn, bitch. Actually, you see my hair now. I have my hair down, and I look like a fucking mess.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see.
Say that again.
What do you? Oh, I'm trying to think about what to say, dude. You should cut me off. But so what? What should I be looking for? What do you think is like necessary for a wedding? If I were to have like a wedding of your caliber, what do you think is necessary? That you think like that you can't really compromise on? Like it's something that you need.
Well, you need the two people involved that's actually getting married.
Okay.
You need to have the officiants.
50% there.
You need the person that's actually marrying you, and typically you need to have like some close friends or family members as witnesses to be part of it, because you need for part of the marriage license, you need to have signatures from some other people. It's the maid of honor and the groomsmen typically, and then the officiant also signs it. So I mean, it's a legal document, so there's signatures involved. You know what I mean? So those are the things you need to have. But other than that, it can be whatever the hell you want. You don't need to have anything else. So if you two are going to have like a small wedding, like a small ceremony, a small reception, like I said, so probably 10 or 12 of you are at the wedding itself, and then you all just go together to a nice dinner to celebrate. That is a nice, intimate wedding and celebration. So that's
McDonald's afterwards, basically. Because, like, I'm going to spend the real money on the fucking engagement night with the nice dinner. And then after the wedding, I'm going to be like, all right, put on your sweatpants, or let's go to McDonald's for the Steak and Shake or some shit.
Steak and Wait, you mean?
Steak and Wait, yeah. Nah, basically, what I want to do, if it was up to me, 100%, if it was up to me, no input from anybody else, just straight up me, my
Mm-hmm.
wedding would be we go to the courthouse,
Mm-hmm.
we get that sign, we have like a little photo shoot, a little, hey, whatever, and
Sure.
then uh, we just go to the honeymoon after like a couple days, whatever. How long after? However long the fucking whatever. Because if you go to the license, like the license plates, you can just go whenever. Well, not right now because everything's fucking closed. But like
Yeah.
that's if it was up to me, it wouldn't really matter. It'd probably be more spontaneous. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I'm like kind of spontaneous, but at the same time, I'm not. I'm weird about shit like that.
Sure.
And then like for the bachelor party, like dude, I'll just have like three of y'all come to my fucking house, and then we're gonna have a Smash tournament, and that's about it. We're just gonna play Smash Bros. And then
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It can be, whatever you want it to be. Or you can not have any plans and you can just, wing it and see where the night takes you.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be anything. You can even take it one step further and just get eloped. Although
I don't know
usually
what that is.
family doesn't like that. That's where you two just disappear and then come back married.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not so much if you kind of want to still have family. If but then again,
Actually, that's
it's
what
not
my mom
about
did.
them.
That's
It's not.
actually what my mom did with
Yeah.
my stepdad. Yeah, they just fucking left. And like she told me she was gonna get married, but they just kind of fucking left.
Huh.
I'm like, oh, nice. I don't know where they went. She told me. I fucking forgot. She's probably listening to this right now. Like I told you so many times. She's gonna send me a text message.
You
That's okay.
you
But
never listen to me. I tell you every single time.
well, that was like months ago, bro. I can't remember that far.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh
but that's how I would do it if I had no input from anybody else. But since I do have input from my girlfriend and then like her family and
mhm.
stuff like that, and just taking
Sure.
into consideration like it's about us. But
Mhm.
at the same time, she's more of like she wants to please everybody or make sure everybody has a good time, not necessarily
Mhm.
do stuff for necessarily somebody. But
Yeah.
she and I, if it taking both our inputs, it seems like
Mhm.
we're gonna have like a smaller wedding, way smaller than yours,
Mhm.
because I don't know that many people, and then it's
Well,
just gonna be Walgreens people
mo-
showing.
most of that was Savannah's, side.
Oh yeah, I remember our sides, and there was like me, Adam, Micah, and then like your family, and that's it.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we're gonna a smaller wedding, and then I don't know about the reception. We haven't talked about that at all. Like, uh, I didn't even know the reception was a thing because I'm like not in this realm at all. Like, I have
Sure.
no knowledge of anything. I went
Mhm.
to a wedding like once, and I was like 6, and I cried. People thought I was crying for my aunt and uncle getting married, but just because that fucking tie was too damn tight. I was fucking choking. And,
Oh my god.
yeah, but reception wise, like I feel like I would have bro. I wouldn't even rent out a restaurant, dude. We'll kind of just show up and be like, all right, there's like 10 of us.
Sure.
Just get a table.
Yeah, party at 10, please.
Yeah, party of 10, please. They're like, what the fuck? You guys had a wedding? I'm like, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's not that type of wedding.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll wait.
Yeah, and then
um,
if it
I
was up to you,
recommend
like on the
I
weekend,
rec-
we'll just go on honeymoon.
I recommend you get a reservation. God damn it.
Bro, I hate calling places, bro, because I feel like sometimes like they just don't even answer me. Nobody fucking answers my call. This is why I don't answer anybody else's, because they do this shit to me. So fuck them,
I'm pretty sure they're not out to get you, my friend.
dude. I've gotten more calls from North Korea than I've gotten from like North Korea answered the
Hmm.
answer when I call them back.
So it's your fault. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude, I got calls from North Korea the other month. It was kind of weird.
Hmm. Well, let's see. So it's important to you and the fiance to talk about everything. So if you two are going to be talking about your family and wanting to get their input and feedback. You know, if it's important to her, then you guys need to go over every single piece. That is the best way to go about it. And then just see, you know, just write everything down. It's like, okay, you just like in bullet form, right? It's like, okay, I got family that wants to, you know, blah blah blah, whatever it is. You know, you just write it all out, and then the two of you together are looking at what they want and figuring out what you two want, but you already know what you two want. So you're going to compare what you guys want and what the family wants and what's going to be accommodatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, taking
And
all that into account, like that's like the stressful part, but it shouldn't have to be stressful. You feel me? Like you said earlier, like it doesn't have to be stressful. It's supposed to be
sure,
exciting. And I
sure,
feel like some people dread it, but not necessarily because they're like, oh shit, fucking
sure.
wedding, but like
So
they want to make they dread it because they want to make sure everything comes out perfect.
yeah, and then you know what? That is terrible. You know, yeah, you want to have it perfect, but you're putting too much expectation on yourself, and it's just not gonna come out
And all
the
the
way you
wedding.
want. If one thing is gonna be off, your whole fucking day is gonna be ruined because it needs to be perfect. Being perfect is very hard. It's almost impossible because you're human, and other people are involved, so there's multiple factors involved. Therefore, you might as well win the lottery before you have a perfect wedding if you're going to be down to the freaking minute. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not it's not really tangible.
Tangible,
Tangible.
tangible.
Right.
Right.
So,
You
um
didn't say that right, buddy. I'm just saying.
so let me talk about what we did when we were talking about like our wedding. We were thinking we wanted to go down south. We wanted to have it in Wellington because that is where her family's from. That's where her family's at. So we're like, okay, pros and cons. So we got family down there. We'll be able to have the ceremony and the reception at a family house. So there goes expense there. We don't have to spend money on a venue. However, what we wanted to have catering. And the place that we wanted to have catering was going to be pretty expensive. So might as well be what we did for our wedding plus the venue and then more. You know, so it was just really expensive. It was like 4 or 5 grand, whatever, for this catering to come out to the house, but it was going to be like crazy. It was going to be really nice. Um,
Damn, bro, you
and it was,
disappointed me.
and it wasn't
Now
going
I feel like your wedding was shit.
it
Honestly.
wasn't going to be traditional either. You know, it was going to be, you know, different. So then we're like, okay, well, what if we do something?
Man got pizza at the fucking wedding.
So let's get fucking Domino's. I'm just kidding. So so then we're like, okay, what about this cool retro food truck? You know, there's like a business down there that's like a really neat retro truck, and they would come to the house. But then we're like, well, shit, it's only going to be able to be parked in the front of the house, like in the driveway. It won't be able to get into the backyard, so people are going to have to walk around the house to get to the food truck. And it was going to be, you know, not worth it. So then,
Yeah.
like, well, also a negative in this point was we would have to invite a whole lot more people if we were going to have it down there because of all the extended family that was going to be part of the extended family of the people that lived at the house. So it was like family. It's, you know, further family members in our family tree would be coming in there. So that's going to be more bodies. That's going to be more heads of uh, you know, to foot the bill of, you know, the food truck, and so it was more food, more drinks. Like it was getting really expensive. Like if we went that route. But then we're like, okay, well, what if we do it up here where it's not 5 hours down south? So if we do it here locally, pretty much our family that's down south is able to travel up north without really breaking the bank. So that was a
Yeah.
perk because friends and family we have up here, it's going to be tough for them to get down there. So right there, that was a good decision. So we did it here where it was local. We weren't stressed out by traveling. A 10-hour round trip, down and back. And then we'd have to figure out lodging. So we stayed at our apartment that we had. So we didn't have to go anywhere really. Everything was local, and it just worked out better. For us, it turned out to be less expensive. So, and we just compared notes and just figured out, okay, so if we're down here or if we're over here or if we do it like this, what about a cruise wedding? We looked at cruise weddings too. I totally forgot about that. So we're like,
weddings.
Yeah, so we're looking at cruise weddings. Okay.
Oh, dude, I would not have gone. Fuck that. On a boat in the middle of nowhere? Fuck that.
Well, you're absolutely right. You wouldn't have gone because you wouldn't have been invited.
Wow.
Because here's the truth.
I'm like one of your 5 friends.
So, I mean, well, here's the truth, buddy. Like when it comes to I think we're looking at Carnival. Just to see what this stuff is like. It was like 10 people tops in like this bridal party for like this package deal or whatever, right? So, and that includes the 2 people that's getting married. So there's only 8 other people that's involved, 4 on each side. Savannah had 4 bridesmaids, but then we also wanted to have our parents there, her mom and my mom. And then, what about any other family members? Okay, well, what if they can still get on the cruise, individually and be, still be part of it, or and then that was getting complicated. And the cruise, it would have been like $2,000, or something like that for us. And then the other people had to still pay for their cruise. So, I mean, that was just getting expensive.
Oh, fuck, yeah, that shit is way too much.
But it's different. You see what I'm saying? It's not at, like a brick and mortar church, and then you go to a different place for a reception, or you have the reception at the church. It's not traditional, but it's an option. So we thought about that. We were just trying to think about all these different things because we wanted to see all of the options. So what do you think about that? Still thinking about just going to the courthouse?
Hell yeah, I'm still thinking about going to $2,000. Fuck that.
Oh, my friend.
Dude, if I see a comma, dude, that's an issue. I don't want to see commas.
Oh my God. Well, listen.
I mean, that's just how when I was little, I wanted a big ass wedding. Just a fucking bunch of people popping bottles, everything. Nah, G. And then I grew up and I'm like, yo, I'll get like a friend or 2.
Now when you got to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be making bank.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't make shit, dude.
The economy said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, and then the fucking bacteria in the world, they're like, all right, time to pop out, G. Fucking virus. And then all the face masks were like, yo, I'm out.
I got you, fam.
Dude.
So yeah, for example, so our honeymoon, I think it was about $1,000, and what we did was we went to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. There was a deal where it was 2 days. You buy 2 days, you get 2 days. So we were there for 4 days, and it was great. We stayed at one of the resorts there, and we had a good time.
Yeah, we just fucked the whole time. It was great. It must have been
sure,
fun.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
If you guys don't see it, but I could see him virtually winking as he said that.
6.
But yeah, dude. You're an idiot. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I like my not personality, but my view, like my goal on the wedding thing has changed so drastically in the last couple of years that at this point, like I'll take whatever as long as I can afford it. But I prefer just because I become more of an introvert, so I just
Mhm.
prefer like just looking at my girlfriend and being like, all right,
Mhm.
wife, you're my wife now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, instead of going through this whole trouble, because like that's only a one-time thing. Well, it should be, or
It
a
should
guy,
be.
hopefully,
Mhm.
you would assume so. Unless you like, I mean, I've never heard of anybody remarrying like the same person, like like you're still married, and then just like, all right, we're just gonna have another ceremony because
It's
the first one
renewing
was
your
ass.
vows.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, they renew their vows, and usually it's like on a significant year, or if they had like a really hard year together or something like that. They're like, you know what, we're gonna recommit to each other. Yeah, that's a thing, and
Oh, I thought when the vow shit is like you just read the other person a poem, bro.
we didn't read a poem to each other. We said the exact same thing.
Yeah, because that would have been background. Ha! Gay.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, if you would have read a poem, oh, dude, I would have called you a simp.
Yeah, after you would have bawled your eyes out.
Bro, you can't write for shit, dude.
I've never written anything for you.
And that's the issue. All right, guys, we're gonna
Yeah,
take a quick little break, and then we're gonna get back into it. We're probably gonna, we continue this conversation, and then probably go into another one too. All right,
sure.
see you in a little bit.
All right. All right, and we're back. So we were answering some questions, or I was answering some questions from David about weddings because he's getting interested, and I have just been. So, David, do you have any other questions regarding weddings or anything like that?
I don't have anything else. It's really, I mean, because like it's not really like something that's right or wrong, like you were saying earlier. It depends on the person, on you and your other person, your partner. And you're calculating everything. It's just basically the only thing you have to do really is just keep, think about everything, compromise on stuff, do what makes both of you happy,
That's right.
and what will have you guys have a good time because it's supposed to be an exciting time. You're getting married. You're gonna have guaranteed sex. It should be for the rest of your life. So yeah, it's pretty fucking good, bro. Because damn, that's amazing. But yeah,
Yeah, you said it, man.
yeah,
that's
it's just
that's
about keeping everything in mind. There's stuff out there online to help you out too. Like Andy was using the guideline. He's gonna link it in the show notes. That's
mm-hmm.
something I could look at too.
Yep,
Or I could look at with my girlfriend together eventually, and we
yep.
could do that. And then if I had any other questions during the whole process, whenever that starts happening,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then I'll call Andy up and be like, "Hey, bro, that money that you saved up during that wedding that you have stashed away, if you just like let me borrow that real quick."
What money I saved up for the wedding?
Hey, man, the money that you didn't use.
Yeah, about that. Mm-hmm. I never said that we were on budget.
That is true. You never did say that.
Yeah, like at first we wanted to do $5,000. We're gonna have a $5,000 wedding, start to finish. Planning,
Yeah.
engagement party, the
Well,
wedding itself,
it started, but it
and
never finished
and
at five.
and the honeymoon all in one. I was like, no, we can do it. We do 50-50. We'll put 2,500 in each, and then there's $5,000, and then there you go. Now we came up to 6,700.
Yeah, dude.
But
Yeah, I bet I can see. Dude, I can fucking imagine in my mind you like calculating it on your computer and shit, and then
mhm.
like you're like, all right, we're getting close to 5,000, bro. Like we gotta cut this shit out, and then some man just walks into the room like, babe, we should do this, and you're like in your head, you're just like, fuck,
Dollar signs.
fuck,
Yep.
and Dude, I bet after 5,000, you were just like you're just fucking depressed. You were depressed. You had like a bottle of gin in your hand.
Uh-huh.
You have
Yeah.
your fucking face palm. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh, dude, because that's the same thing you do with any type of debt. Anything that goes over budget, and he just gets the bottle of gin out.
Yeah, something like that. Jack Daniels.
But yeah, dude. Other than the wedding stuff, like we're still in fucking quarantine. This sucks. Apparently, they're shutting down the country. But I have to still be open. Fucking pharmacy.
Yeah, and who would have thought? I thought printing was dying, but my shop's still open and thriving.
Fucking booming.
Mm-hmm.
Booming.
Yeah, man. With the school board all out of whack right now. We're doing a lot of stuff for school boards. Like we're doing a whole bunch of stuff for companies that we normally do, and I don't know. It's really weird. This is such a weird time, and it's like a nightmare that you're having, and you just want to wake up from it, but then you don't.
Yeah, you keep slapping yourself like, what the fuck? This always works.
Yeah. Then I wake up in a cold sweat, and it's back in 2012, and I'm still at my second college, going into severe debt, and I'm not done yet, and I just want to cry.
Yeah. And then you stay in a cold sweat for the rest of the year.
That's right. Yeah.
You're like, I have to live through this again?
Ah. Exactly.
I bet you try to do things differently, but God was like, nah, you have to relive it the exact same way.
Yeah, or the results were the same thing, but like it played out differently, but I still was the same.
Yeah. You're like, I thought I did it right this time. No.
Now, fam, actually, you're gonna regret this 7 years from now. Damn it. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, and it's fucking crazy out now, dude. Like, people are just fucking angry as shit. They come through the drive-thru and they're just fucking angry, bro. I had this one guy the other day, and he was standing in line, and I was doing something, and I didn't see him. Like, he was standing behind like the plexiglass. He was standing behind like a glass in the little thing that we have there, a little stall divider, and I just couldn't see him. And then I finally saw him, and I went over there. I'm like, I can help you, sir. He's like, man, I've been standing here for a minute, dog. I'm like, yo, my bad. Nobody saw you, so we ain't say anything. And he looked, and he was like, that guy saw me over there. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what you want me to do about it.
Yeah, what do you want me to do about it? That he saw you, I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Also,
he didn't come over here.
Yeah, that I said that out loud. Everything I'm saying is exactly what I told him. I didn't think. I don't know what you want to do about it. I said it. I was like, I don't know what you want to do about it. And then he said he was picking up. I get the prescriptions, and I'm wearing gloves.
Yep.
And he's like, I ain't seen you wear change gloves. And I look at him. I'm like,
Change gloves.
Yeah. He said he didn't see me change gloves. I'm like, I did though. And he's like, I ain't seen you change gloves once. And I was like, I know how to wear gloves. I haven't touched anything, and I just put these gloves on. And there's nobody behind you, like before you. So like these gloves are new. I know how to change gloves. And then he's like cussing under his breath. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, what the fuck does this fucking guy want, bro? Like, fucking, you want the medication, bro? Like, I'll fucking put it back. And then you want shit.
Yep.
And then he keeps cussing under his breath. I'm like, do you want me to change it? He was like, nah. And I was like, so I don't know why you keep complaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the fuck are you complaining about fucking changing gloves? Like, you ain't see it. I'm telling you, I put on new fucking gloves. If I have coronavirus, you're gonna fucking get the corona anyways, Mike G. I'm not wearing you're not wearing a face mask. And even if those gloves are old, I already touched the fucking scripts. Like, you're fucked, bro.
Yeah. That's what people just don't understand. Everybody's just they're all panicky, and they're all freaking out because it also doesn't help with the officials are contradicting each other. So people that are actually looking to them for advice and assistance and help, like they're getting different answers, and different, recommendations. Our county was told to shelter in place way before the whole state of Florida was told to shelter in place. You got people at the CDC is telling you guys got to wear a mask. Like, even if it's a bandana, anything is going to help because it does travel through speak, coughing, sneezing, water droplets out of your mouth. It doesn't matter. You can't see it. It's bacteria.
Yeah.
So stop being picky. Stop complaining that you can't see it because it's there. It's science. Just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it's not there. Like this is science. And then you got you got the president is saying, I mean, you can wear a scarf if you want, but you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not going to wear a mask, but it's recommended, but I'm not going to. So that statement right there, not to get into a lot of it, but I mean, that statement right there is confusing people because then you're undermining the CDC, the World Health Organizations. You're undermining them. You as the leader of the country are saying, you know what? I'm not going to do it. It's fine. You guys
Dude,
can if
and
you
it's
want.
like, dude, it's fine if you don't, bro. Like, not even politics, but like, I mean, it's political, but like, if he doesn't want to wear them, like that's up to him. Like that's up to anybody if they want to wear a mask or not. You should wear a mask if you're sick. It's like especially if you're sick. But if you're not sick, like you don't have to wear a mask. But dude, everybody's looking at you, bro. Like you're the
Mm-hmm.
one. If
Yeah.
you say I'm not wearing a mask, everybody's gonna be like, "This motherfucker's not wearing a mask. I'm not wearing one. Fuck it." You know what I'm saying?
Right. And here's where the problem is, because this virus is spreading. David. Honestly, you could have it, and I could have it. You know, we're not gonna know because this virus doesn't always give people symptoms. You can be perfectly healthy, and we're never gonna get tested because we're perfectly fine. And they're not going to have us be tested because they're stingy on tests. And even people that are like on their deathbed, they're like, you're not sick enough to get tested. So the people, you should wear a mask. I mean, I didn't today because I don't have a fucking mask. I might have a bandana around here, but like I don't have anything. I'm gonna have to tear up a shirt, if I'm gonna, actually, be committed with this thing. But it's the people that are much older, people that have preconditions and pre-existing conditions, and people that have like weaker immune systems. These are the true victims. They're the prime target for this because they're not going to be able to handle it. I'm fairly in shape. I'm fairly healthy. Like,
Barely in shape.
David, don't make me sit on you, okay?
No. Continue.
So these people are in danger, right? So I'm wearing gloves all day long at my job, right? Because I gotta be at work, So, and people still gotta be coming, So I'm still wearing gloves, and we're trying to keep the 6 feet distance thing. But even then today, I heard that realistically, 6 feet is not going to be enough. Somebody sneezes, like it could be 24 feet.
Yeah.
Just wear a fucking mask. Cover yourself. It's not going to hurt you. It could help somebody. So that's why I'm really going to try to find something because, it's just the next step to help the next person because it's not about you. It's not about you, David. It's not about me. It's
Hey,
not
I
about our
don't go
neighbor.
outside, bro. If it was up to me, I'll stay inside. Actually, bro, let
But
me tell.
David,
I
you do go outside.
I
You go
don't though.
to work. You need to go to
No,
work.
yeah, no. I mean, if it was up to me,
So
we're taking precautions at work. That's not that. Like, if it was up to me, I'd just stay at home. And actually, I'm gonna have to start taking some mental health days because these people got me. Bro, let me tell you some bullshit. Right? Andrew,
Mhm.
let me tell you
Mhm.
some bullshit, bro.
Yes, David.
So you know how customer service wise, I'm sympathetic. Like I could sympathize with people, and I'm pretty nice. You know me.
Right, but
I'm
there's only so much you can do.
right, and
Like, yeah, somebody comes in, like, my arm got blown off by a cannon. Well, I'm so sorry that happened, but what do you want?
yeah, dude, you
Like,
need
I
a
didn't do it. Yeah, so I got you.
no.
Go ahead.
I know, but you know how I am, like that in that respect. And this shit got me so fucking pissed, bro, that I don't give a fuck about anything anymore. This lady comes to the drive-thru the other day, and she's picking up a script for her husband, and she's like asking, "Can I get a Sudafed through the drive-thru?" And I'm like, "Nah, we can't do that." She's like, "Why not?" I was like, "Well, cause you have to sign for it." And she's like, "Well, I can sign on the on your little laptop thingy." I'm like, "We don't have one of those. They're supposed to give us a way to bypass it so you can sign for it, but we have not received that yet from either Walgreens nor the government." And dude,
Mhm.
I swear to God, Andy, this lady just starts fucking crying on the spot. Like, I don't know how the fuck you can cry that quickly, dude. That's how quick this lady just started fucking crying. She just started bawling. And I look her dead in the eye. I'm not reacting. I look her dead in the eye. And I'm like, I do need your driver's license, though, if you want to put that on the drawer. Bro, because I just stopped giving a fuck. Because everybody's so angry and shit. And, like, they're not even understanding. This is not. I don't care. I'll give you Sudafed. But it's a federal law. I cannot sell it to you. And it's just, that's not even its own situation. There's been multiple situations in like the
Yep.
same way that like people just don't understand. Like I understand there's a virus. I understand there's a whole bunch of shit. You don't want to come inside. I don't want to. I don't want you to come inside either. I'd rather just stay in the fucking drive-through. You know. But there's certain shit that I still cannot do legally, and I'm not losing my fucking job and going to jail for some motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Now, David, you know, it's not about you, my friend. You know, they're not being angry with you. All of these people are scared. You know, they don't know what to do. You know, and like I said before, it doesn't help that the elected election. Oh my God, the elected the elected officials are contradicting each other, so they don't even know who to listen to. And a lot of these people are just all panicky. You know, a lot of them, they need guidance, and you know, for lack of better terms, they can't really think from themselves, or you know, they don't do well in stressful situations. So everybody's overwhelmed. They're all wound up super tight. They don't know what to do. Anything is gonna like break them. You know, so even, you know, it's as simple as that, you know, like, or even easier, you know, somebody comes in and it's like, I need some gum, and you guys are like sold out. Yeah, they're probably gonna like, you know, break down and, you know, have a panic attack, you know, because they need help, you know, and everybody's all nervous and they're all panicky, and you know, it's very sad, and you know, it sometimes gets to me too. Like, I just get so
Yeah, but you're
disappointed.
you're you're an old man. You probably have like fucking heart arrhythmia or some shit. People gotta calm the fuck down a little bit, dude. In the sense of like, I understand, like it's panic. I completely understand
Hmm.
that. That does not fucking give you an excuse for acting all fucking crazy and shit.
No, it absolutely does not. There's no excuse for it. You know, we're still a society, as far as I know. So we need to start acting civil. You
Like,
know.
dude, dude. Even Laura, my
Hmm.
coworker,
Yeah.
she was even like, David's about to punch a customer in the face, and I looked at dead in the eye. I said, "You fucking right. I'm about to punch somebody in the face." And
Uh,
I am one bad situation away from telling somebody I get off at 7 if you want to fucking meet me outside. Yo, that's
uh,
how bad this shit is getting, bro. Like, and then they say thank you for being here, for working, and I always say, oh, thank you, no problem. And yeah, like, it's really no problem. Like, I like what I do. You know,
Well,
little by little.
you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm selling drugs. I mean,
Mhm.
selling drugs. I don't go to jail for it. But like in the back of my head, I'm like, I really have no fucking choice. But I appreciate
Yeah.
that I'm still working. So I'm not like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So just in my recommendation, my friend, continue to be sympathetic towards people. Don't take it personally, and just be blessed and privileged that you still have a job that is paying you. You know, I don't even know how many people have filed for unemployment. There was like 6 million people or some shit like that. You know that all these companies panicked in this situation, and they're like, well, fuck it, and they just everybody hit the eject button, and they dropped all of their employees, or damn near all of it, you know and I know people that have lost their jobs, because of this shit. And yeah, my hours are cut, but I still have a job. I'm still able to pay what I need to pay, and you still got a job. um so we just need to be, humble about it. We just need to be, still be happy and blessed about that, because it can be worse. It
well,
most certainly could.
all I know is if somebody takes my toilet paper, I'm punching them right in the face.
And David, you don't even know what was going through that woman's mind. Maybe she's like, I'm on my fucking last roll. Not last
Well,
nerve,
if you're on your
last
wrong,
roll.
if she's on her last roll, then bro, fucking time to go. You know, I said it episode 1 of this podcast, dude. Some people have to die, Andy.
You said that this pandemic's gonna have some rookie numbers. That's
No,
what
I
you
said
said.
it better have good rookie numbers, which so far it's not disappointing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's your fault.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, dude, we
Mhm.
talked about the Rona before everybody else, boy.
Yeah, before the president. It's crazy.
Yeah, you see, we're trendsetters. What this is.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I guess that wraps it up for this week's episode. If
Yeah, this was interesting, man. We were talking about getting married, and then more of the
uh,
pandemic.
punch
Yeah,
people in the face, yeah.
let's hope that doesn't happen. For most.
It might happen. I don't know. Apparently, I need a month in advance to put in a PTO day, so it's gonna be an interesting month.
I'm glad I don't work there anymore. Oh shit.
But yeah, everybody, wash your fucking hands, wash your face, stay home, don't fucking leave your house, you fucking whores. And the good thing is, if you stay home, dude, you don't really have to take a shower. That may sound nasty, but
No, it's the absolute
like, dude,
truth. I
yeah,
mean, if you're not doing anything and you never leave the house, like you don't even open up the door, then it's fine. Who's gonna know? Like if
no,
you're like living by yourself,
oh,
and
dude,
see, that's what I feel bad about. Some of these people that are sociable people, but then they're isolated by themselves. Like they don't have any pets or anything like that. And they don't have roommates. They just got their own place. Like, I feel for y'all. But say that you're lactose intolerant, right? And then you're like, damn it, I love me some cheese. So then you're like, you just go to town, enjoy
yeah,
yourself.
fucking eat the
You know,
cheese, shit it all out, dude.
yeah,
And then if you run out of toilet paper, just hop in the fucking shower. Or if you want to be a real bad boy, after you have the shits with all the fucking cheese and shit, take a bath.
that sounds not sterile. I would take a
Fuck,
shower.
you're gonna be alone.
I would. It's still not sterile. I would take a shower, then I would take a bath. Soak. Shit. But yeah, for real. Again, wash your hands and face. Stop touching your face when you go outside. If you don't have to go outside, stay home. Don't leave. If you don't have to leave. If you got to go to work, do your thing, be proud that you're still making money, be blessed about it, and just, try to keep your head up. And if you stay home, just make the best of it. Us gamers, David, us gamers have been training for this for our whole life. Like last Wednesday, when Savannah was at work, I had the house to myself. I literally sat on the couch in the same spot for like 8 hours straight. Like, I have my laptop going because I'm trying to watch all the Marvel movies before our subscription ends from Disney Plus, and I was playing some Xbox during the same time. Man, I was so fucking happy. I was happy as a clam. Like, it was great. That was a really good day. And I didn't leave the house. But I don't know. Just try to make the best of it.
Yeah. Try to do the best you can. That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. This is David. That's Andy over there.
I'm Andy. That's me.
And stay safe. Deuces.
Later.